Hello and welcome to the FAL Crypto Minute, your number one source for educational crypto content in under around 10 minutes. On today's episode, we're going to be going over the top 10 cryptos for the day, as well as the SEC is claiming Coinbase Offers Securities, and Kraken Under Federal Investigation. All that and more on today's episode of the FAL Crypto Minute. But before we get into those news stories, we're going to go over these top 10 cryptos for the day. And at number one, we have Bitcoin at $21,110, down 2.57%. At number two, we have Ethereum at $1,409, down 4.77%. At number three, we have Tether. At number four is USDC. At number five is BNB at $247, down 1.35%. At number six is Binance USD. At number seven is XRP at 33 cents, down 2.50%. At number 8 is Cardano at 46 cents, down 4.95%. At number 9 is Solana at $35, down 5.17%. And at number 10 is Dogecoin at 62 cents, down 3.19%. And that was your top 10 cryptos for the day. And moving into our stories for the day, we have the SEC is claiming Coinbase offers securities. The Securities and Exchange Commission has reportedly launched a new investigation into the California-based exchange, Coinbase. According to Bloomberg, the probe is to determine whether the company allowed U.S. citizens to purchase assets that should have been registered as securities. This investigation most likely stems from last week's reported arrest of a former Coinbase employee who was accused of insider trading, as it was discovered he was giving his brother the list of tokens to be added to the exchange. At the time, the SEC did not claim any misconduct on Coinbase's part. However, it did say that they had, through their investigation, discovered 9 assets that were traded by the accused, which could be considered securities, as they have hallmarks of the definition of a security. The SEC classifies a security when it applies the Howey test, a standard that an asset must attain for the commission to consider it a security and regulate it as such. Through this process, the SEC categorizes an asset when it has individuals invest money within a corporation to fund its operations, which they then hope to make a profit from when the company becomes successful. In the past, the SEC claimed to not consider Bitcoin or Ethereum a security, although the agency did weigh in on another asset in the industry, XRP, when it issued them a $1.3 billion lawsuit in December of 2020. Coinbase did not take these claims lightly, as its chief legal officer, Paul Grewal, took to Twitter to defend his employees' honors, stating, "We are confident that our rigorous diligence process, a process the SEC has already reviewed, keeps securities off our platform, and we look forward to engaging with the SEC on the matter." Detailed in a blog post published last week, the Popular Exchange wrote, "This process includes an analysis of whether the asset could be considered a security and also considers regulatory compliance and information security aspects of the asset. Coinbase does not list securities on its platform, period," added the blog post. Previously, the company had filed a petition with the SEC to improve rulemaking on digital asset securities. Per the company, the petition calls on the SEC to develop a workable regulatory framework for digital asset securities guided by formal procedures and a public notice and comment process rather through arbitrary enforcement or guidance developed behind closed doors. The SEC may be digging to a hornet's nest it's not prepared to handle, as claiming these assets are securities will then require them to make individual suits on the companies who develop these tokens, as well as every exchange offering them in the U.S. Moving to our next story. Kraken Under Federal Investigation. Kraken, one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world, is being investigated under suspicion of violating U.S. sanctions, according to a recently posted New York Times article. Kraken is accused of allowing users in Iran to buy and sell digital tokens, breaking OFAC sanctions against Iran, which were imposed back in 1979. The sanction prohibits the export of goods or services to people or entities in the country. The U.S. Treasury Office of Foreign Asset Control, OFAC, has been investigating Kraken since 2019 and is expected to impose a fine, said the people, who declined to be identified for the fear of retribution for the company. According to the Times, Kraken has allowed customers to open accounts in Syria and Cuba, which are also sanctioned by the U.S. Crypto payment processor BitPay was fined for violating sanctions in February 2021. BitPay agreed to remit over $500,000 to settle its potentially civil liability of 21,002 apparent violations of multiple sanction programs. BitPay processed payments for persons apparently located in the sanctioned region of Ukraine, Cuba, North Korea, Iran, Sudan, and Syria. Thank you for being here, and thank you for tuning in. You can follow me on Twitter over at Crypto_Lajara. You can follow the official FAL Crypto Consultants Twitter at CryptoFAL. That's Crypto FAL. FAL is a one-stop shop for all your cryptocurrency needs, from answering questions for new people to bigger institutional clients. We're there for you. Regardless if you're a small business or bank, we'll make sure to take a tailored approach to all your needs. Our team houses specialists in all areas of cryptocurrency, from mining, trading, creating NFTs, creating DAOs, staking, and lending questions to general market research. Go to cryptofal.com to learn more.